This evening is called the Three-Minute Thesis competition, and it's the first one we're putting on at Fordham University in the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences. And the idea about the Three-Minute Thesis competition is to allow students the opportunity to speak in clear, concise terms about their research. And the rules are they can only have one content slide, and they have 3 minutes to talk.
I wanted to do this because I think in academia we kind of live in this ivory tower, and when we get to a holiday dinner and people ask us what we do, no one understands it, and they kind of appease us and say yes, and that's good enough, and we continue eating and forget about it.
I think the 3MT is great because especially in the professional world, this is a huge problem, and it's not a new problem. Matter of fact, Blaise Pascal, the French mathematician, is famous for having written a letter. And at the end of the letter, he said he's sorry the letter was so long, but he didn't have the leisure time to write a short one. So 3MT is getting people prepared to get that message out in a short, succinct manner.
Having to explain like the entirety of what I'm doing within 3 minutes to people who don't know what I'm talking about, forced me to really focus on like what would be essential and different about what I was doing. So yeah, I would say in that sense it was enormously helpful in just helping me focus my own research.
Now this leads to my main research question. How do economic ideas become policy? In fact, historians of the progressive era maintained that economists were not that influential on policy.
We know there are 2 factors that can impact executive function, and that's racial discrimination or racism and being poor. So what I wanted to evaluate here was how those 2 factors interact to have an impact on executive function.
It's contextually aware, so it takes into account information about what's happening when, say, the user is making this face, to better form probabilistic theories about what that user might be feeling.
They're going to be scored by a panel of 5 people that I've recruited, and these 5 people are going to be alumnus, members of a Dean's Leadership Committee, which are people that give time, treasure, and talent to the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, and then the professor in the Department of Economics, and another professor at the Department and chair of the Department of Philosophy.
You know, being able to just communicate and just spew off words is easy, but getting the message on one PowerPoint slide or in 3 minutes is a real challenge and takes a lot of work.
It was a great opportunity to have to distill some fairly complex ideas into an easily understandable format.
I think preparing for this did make me think about things differently. It certainly made me think that my dissertation could be a whole heck of a lot shorter. But really, it helps me to think about how I'm communicating and if I'm really using all the time I have effectively. And this is really kind of like the elevator pitch. And I think it's where we all stumble of how do I condense all of this into something short and sweet.
This is important because it allows the graduate students to become ambassadors for the graduate school. And it also is important because it gives them skills that enable them to go out into the world of work if they don't want to pursue a career in academia. So it's important on 2 levels. They, number 1, advertise the school, and number 2, hopefully other people will see their performances and say, hey, you know, I want to do that too. And I think I'd like to go to Fordham because of that.